Hi everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to 10 on the 10th, hosted by Metal Scrapping Chick here on YouTube. Everyone that's participating will be in the description box down below. So on the 10th of every month, we make Christmas cards so that when the time comes to do our Christmas events, cards will not be the bane of our existence. So here I have created 10 cards, all the same. I can't remember where I used it. I used this in my 303rd as well. This sentiment that just says from our home to yours. So we got 10 cards. And I thought we'd do the last one together, so it's blank on the inside. And I don't know, I lost this sheet that I had cut out, so I just used this one. I thought it was going to be very proactive, like I said, and I cut out all of the pages to do all 12 of the videos for the year. That did not happen. So here we are doing them month to month to month. So we got one, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I want to share with you a few things to show you what I did and why I choose to do some of the cards the way I choose to do them. I choose to make, I try to make cards that you could easily make with not a lot of stuff. Like you don't need a lot of stamps, or you need basic stamps. You don't need a lot of paper. You need just the basic paper. But this paper pad was a $5 hot buy paper pack back in the day when Michaels had $5 hot buy paper packs. So that's where I got the paper from. So yeah, and then last year for Christmas, or maybe right after Christmas, I had went to the Dollar General and had a bunch of tags, and that's what these are. You know, I did those in previous videos, so it says to from on the back. But I thought it would be a very good focal point, so we got that. And then we just got some ribbon that I made bows with, and the stamp and ink. Now, let me just share with you one thing. Not necessarily one thing, but I think you already know this. So, I prefer not to waste my quote unquote good paper, the shiny paper, by making another circle and cheating it. So, what I did is, excuse the glare as well, I just took my circle punch and I made circle cheek punches. So, we just did three right there. No big deal, right? So we have our card, we have all our elements that we need. Our bow, I'm going to put the bow on first just so it can get a little bit time of drying. And of course, if you're making handmade bows, they're going to have different sizes unless you have a bow maker. And I'm using the 3-in-1 glue. You can use whatever glue you prefer to use as long as it will adhere to fabric. So 3-in-1 is made by Beacon also makes the fabric tack glue. And I think they have some of the same elements. The fabric tech glue does stick better, stick faster. I can't say better, but faster. And I want to show you how we're going to just cover up this little hole, and no one will know except for whoever's watched us make them, right? So if you make a bunch of them, then someone will know. But if you're not making a bunch, then no one will know. So while this glue adheres, we're going to put that to the side. Make sure this card opens to the right way, and it doesn't. Now, I had already made a few of them, but if you take your fake circle, we're going to use a small one so you can see, because this one is a little bit easier, but we're going to use a small one. I'm going to use some fast drying glue. Put that right here. I have a paper towel just in case I put too much glue down. And just burnish it in. It is adhered, and it doesn't really matter how crazy it looks because you're going to cover up most of the circle anyway. Then I'm just going to come back over it with this sentiment, and we're going to make sure that the circle semi situated. Apply a little bit of pressure down. So we slid it over, so we don't want it to slide over. Now the illusion has been made, right? If you wanted to get really fancy, you could probably put one at the top as well, but I don't think that's needed because you're going to cover it up. So I wanted to put this little gold here because it had gold flecks in there. So the glue is not all the way dry, but that's okay. If you were really worried about if you put this hole, poke the hole, you could put glue on there, but we're not too concerned about it. We're going to let it dry anyway. Just going to peel this back off. All the other ones peeled off, no problem, easy peasy. This is the only one wants to give me a problem. Always wants to show out. And then you just pick your placement. You have your card. If you want to put more stuff on there, you could, like some sequins or some flat back gems or, splatters of white paint for snow effect. That would be great. So we got our 10 on the 10th. Please click on description box and see what everyone else has created. I'm sure it's something very nice and lovely. I do love watching what they create. It gives me motivation to do other things. But hopefully you found that this to be very easy peasy. Especially if you're doing bulk cards and you have a bunch of random stuff, you probably could just put a lot of stuff together and make your creations really fast. I want to say thank you all for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.